Hi, everyone. Hi, Diane. Hi, Bumblebee. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. It's Thursday, one of our live chat nights. Yeah, I was late getting here. I had to rush and get this on because I was listing, actually. I just finished listing. I still have to list it, cross-list it. How's everybody doing? Any more storms? It's supposed to thunderstorm pretty soon here, but nothing like it was Tuesday. It's amazing how much damage is around the area. More so around where my son lives and where my daughter lives and where she works, doing the delivering service thing. She sent me pictures, video of the places out there in Avon where my antique shop used to be. Well, Avon is a really nice place now. I mean, a lot of money out there. Huge homes, a lot of beautiful old homes that have been kept up and redone, and they have lots of land with them. And yeah, huge trees down. Most places don't even have power anymore, and gas stations are closed out there. When she went to work yesterday, there was only one store open. My kitty. What do you want, kitty? You had what you can have till 9 o'clock. Yeah, so she's out working tonight, hoping that it's better because it was very poor as far as making money last night because only one grocery store was open. So I hope it's better for her tonight. Samantha called me after the storm Tuesday to make sure I was all right, which was nice. I called my son because it was really bad there. They're fine. And my daughter was on the line with me most of the storm. Yeah, it was really bad. So there's a lot of cleanup going on. I feel really blessed that I only lost power for 4 hours. Samantha came today, and it was a good day for her to be with me because I had to go to the used dryer store, the appliance store. I picked out, they only had 3 electric dryers in at the moment. It changes almost every day because they pick up dryers that aren't working, they fix them, and that's what goes on sale. Goes for sale. So $250. You get a year warranty. There was three of them. He says they're basically all the same, even though names are different. They're all the same tubs in them. They're all the same connections, and they're, so I called when I bought it, and then I called when I got home the delivery person, and he's coming out Saturday and bringing it to me, taking it in through the storm cellar door. I warned him that it's all broken up and probably full of weeds over there. I haven't even looked lately. But he said no problem. So I'm paying for him to bring it, hook it up, make it ready to use. So much cheaper than getting a new dryer. Yeah, I'm fine here. Bumblebee says they had their 80-mile-per-hour winds last month. Yeah, it was horrible here. So hopefully this thunderstorm that's supposed to be happening tonight won't be much of anything. They're not saying anything about it, so I assume it's just a little thunderstorm. Guitar guy, hi. Yes. Yeah, I was glad Samantha was here because I'm having one of these days where I'm not very steady on my feet. And if I would have been alone, I would have taken my cane with me, but Samantha was with me. So I felt safer. And she stuck right by me. She could tell I was off kilter today. Uh, your worker bee is typing. Uh, okay. Oh, hi, Riri. Yeah, after we went to the bought the dryer, then I said, well, let's stop in the secondhand store. She likes to do that too. So we went there. We looked all around at all different things. There was a wonderful chair there that I would have liked to have for my island because I don't like the two chairs I have there. This was Amish made, and it was just a gorgeous chair, almost like a Windsor back. And but there was only one of them, and I need two. And it was only $45. I could have gotten two really classy, nice looking chairs for $90. But then I could have sold these somehow through Facebook Marketplace, probably. Oh, you're driving Bumblebee. Okay. Oh, your worker bee is typing. Uh, Classy Dahlia. Hi. Yeah, so we looked through the clothes. I missed the big sale last week. All the summer stuff went on sale for $1. See, they don't announce it. You have to just either call there every few weeks and find out if there's a sale going on or happen to be going there. So I missed it by 1 week. Yeah, everything was $1. Getting rid of all their summer things. And this is the first week of bringing all the fall and winter stuff out. So we got to see that pretty quickly. There was a lot of things that I would have bought if they wouldn't have marked them up. Now, their clothes are $5 each, except if it has any kind of a brand, and they know the brands that are reselling. So any J. Jill, any Talbots, any Chico's, anything that I would like to buy, they had marked to $7 or $8. So the two pieces I bought were $8 each. And I bought a Talbot's that Bumblebee. I'll be able to put the fairy core on this because it's semi-sheer. It's Swiss dot. It's just real pretty. Romantic type thing. It's a blouse. And the other thing is by Soma, and is the softest cardigan sweater I ever felt. But they're both new with tags, so $8 each. Yeah. So at least I got something today out. I have to iron. I have to iron some things from that Goodwill box that I showed you the other day. Sam gloves. You like gloves? I don't have any gloves. I'm sorry. I don't have any gloves for sale. I like good gloves too for myself. Usually at the beginning of the winter, I buy a nice pair of leather gloves for myself. that I use all winter, and I'm very hard on them because I use them for everything. I use them well, I have 2 pair. I have a nicer pair that lasts me longer, and then I have a a pair of leather gloves, uh, that I use to go out to the chicken coop, that I use for everything in the winter. Uh, yeah, I've tried other kinds of gloves that may be warmer, but, you know, leather gloves, if you get them a little tight, they grow to your hand and they fit you like a glove after a few wearings. So I like that. Yeah. Will be put on calendar for next year. Inquire about sale 1st of August or end of July. Yes. Yeah. Uh, I knew they did that because what sale was I at there that it was fill the bag? You could, after the dollar sale, then you could just fill a bag. They wanted to get rid of everything. Remember, I got a whole bunch of stuff at that one. Maybe that was I forget if that was winter or summer stuff. But I did make one, and it was by accident also. Oh, your son is doing the word thing. Mm. Uh, yeah, I don't even know the name of the gloves that I have. I ordered them, and if they if they didn't fit, then I sold them. But I don't have any for sale right now. Yeah. Yes, Sam gloves. I never saw your name here before. The winter the winter things. Oh, the sale I got before? It might have been. I forget what it was. I have no memory left. I'm thinking we stuffed bags. So I'm thinking what I don't know, it could have been winter things. You've got a hive of activity over here. Oh my. What's going on? Ah, well, I still haven't I've talked to my daughter a lot because she's very nervous when storms are around. But my son not so much. I think he's afraid to call me after he didn't show up last weekend. Uh, Oh, it's just the usual. Uh, well, I guess my chicken was all right after I started it up again during the storm. My crock pot went off in the middle of cooking chicken, but I cooked it like crazy after the power went back on. I put it on high and let it get really hot and finish cooking. And I've eaten some, my cat's eaten some, and we're not dead. So or we don't have food poisoning. So I guess it's okay. Yeah, it was a big bag of chicken thigh, boneless, thick chicken thighs that I just bought. I didn't want to throw it away. Yes, they're still acting strange. They finally come out of the coop, but I'm going to take a video of it when I let them out tomorrow. I hope I remember, and you'll see what I mean. I have to actually go open their door and go in there and chase them out. In fact, one of them, Lacey, she was still up on the roost, and I went in there and lifted her off and put her down on the floor, and then she ran out. But I don't know what's going on there. It's a mystery. Yep, still acting strange. I never had this happen before. I've had chickens a long time. Uh, so, yeah, I just finished a cup of tea before I came here. So I don't have anything to drink except my bottled water here. Uh, so that's what I did today. I bought a dryer, used dryer, and went to the secondhand store. There's so much to look at there. They have a lot of furniture. We did look at the furniture. I'm always on the lookout for another chair to sort of go opposite my one wing chair, sort of match it. Right now I have an old chair I'm sitting in most of the time, but it's not it's I'd like to get rid of that one. But they didn't have any that I thought would match or sort of be a good fit for there. Uh, so then we looked at all the kitchenware and all the just everything. It was fun. We finally then went to the clothes because I was going to end up there finally. Uh, Even though I paid $8 for both of them had a price tag on. They were new with tags. They both had a retail price of $89.95. So at one time in the store they were expensive, but of course with reselling that doesn't really mean that much. You never know. It's just what's selling now. But Soma and Talbots are both brands that I've been selling, so hopefully it'll be good. Like I said Tuesday, maybe they know something that we don't. That's kind of scary, especially how the world is right now. Ah, maybe it's the rain and the storms, but they were acting like that before the storms, like a couple days before the storms, unless they could feel that. Animals can feel things long before they come, I know. But we get thunderstorms here all summer. Nothing like Tuesdays, but, I don't know. Uh, I was thinking they got scared in their pen out in their yard by something, and they're still freaked out about it. Their stock portfolio's down. Right. Did that happen on Tuesday? Was that Monday or Tuesday that happened? The fall of the stock market. Yeah, I told you I went to the bank that day, hoping there wasn't a run on the bank. That's fine now. They had Amazon stock. Is that way down? I haven't even looked at what's going on in the stock market. I don't hold stocks that way anymore. Chase takes care of, they invest, but it's not the same as when my husband would buy stocks, and then I know what was, then he liked to play the stock market. So I knew what we had back then, but now no, I have no idea. They're very active in it, and I don't have I don't have many risky things. Is Monday. Hi, Bryland Farm. Ah, yeah. Well, I did get finally got my video on. I hurried up and put it on this morning before Samantha got here, and then I finished editing it when I got home. So it's the one about the rationing during the wartime. Uh, yeah, Bumblebee, I saw you saw that saw it. Thank you. Uh, no bacon, sad. Yeah, yeah. Of course, we were little. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know anything about it. Uh, Thank you, guitar guy. Yeah, it's just things I remember. I had written down some things. Um, I was looking for pictures of a family eating together in the 40s. And every picture, it's hard to find things that you don't have to pay for. They're stock photos. But all the pictures, it was really funny. It was always a mother and a father, and he always had a suit on. A mother and a father, and a boy and a girl. So they're just playing it safe, I guess. But it was just me and my sister, and my father never wore a suit except to church. Uh, could you imagine people to give up their tires nowadays? Yeah, yeah. There was a lot going on that I didn't realize was rationing and that was short. Uh, you couldn't, yeah, you had to be really careful with your stuff. Yeah, you couldn't buy new tires. You couldn't buy a new car. You couldn't buy a car. Like I said, all the car factories were making wartime things back then, and they weren't making any new cars at that time. It was from 1942 till 45, but then it went on. It sort of let up a little bit in 45, but then it went on to actually early 50s. But the first thing to get rationed was sugar, and it was of May 1942, exactly when I was born. And I love sugar. Ah, that was funny, I thought. Could you imagine us? Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't go into a depression now, and hopefully we won't have to ever do that again. And it's very nerve-wracking right now what's going on over in Israel and Iran and all that stuff. I shouldn't watch the news. uh yeah. I need to just stay in Shirley's world, do my stuff. But I can't help it. I need to be up with things. My sister and I are on opposite sides too, so we don't talk about it hardly at all. Oh, Shirley's World is a safe place. Yeah, that's it. Seems I'm going out less and less too. So today, it's funny if the dog doesn't eat immediately when I put her breakfast down, sometimes she doesn't. I don't know if she's not real hungry right away in the morning, but a lot of times she won't eat for an hour or two and then she'll go eat. But today we left to go, to the store, and she hadn't eaten. But I said, "You watch, when we get home, there won't be any food there." Because I think she immediately, when she gets nervous that I'm gone, she she goes and eats her dinner. If she's afraid I'm never coming back, she should save that so she doesn't starve to death. But she didn't listen. Yes, we do. We have the Lord on our side. And yes, He is in charge. That's what I keep thinking. If I get nervous, that's what I think. No matter what's going on, He's in charge. Yes. Yeah, I go to Him lots. Yeah, Riri agrees too, for sure. Ah, well, actually, I'm still impressed with myself that I'm still haven't missed one day of my yearly Bible reading thing. Uh, yeah, I never did it before. I don't know why. I just never did. I was bound to determine I was going to, and I'm doing really good. Uh, and I found a couple good pastors online that I listen to that are just Bible teachers. So, yes, I don't like when they get off onto getting into politics and everything else. I just want them to teach the Bible. Uh, Ezra. Ezra in the Old, the Old Testament so hard. I often think to myself, what am I going to learn from this? Because it just seems to me the whole Old Testament, they're just always going to war, always going to fight somebody or else, other, and then to get land. And, you know, one king, then his son becomes king, and then they either worship the Lord or they don't. And if they don't, then they don't do well in the wars. If they do, they do well in the wars. So I guess that's what you get out of it. And then what am I on in the New Testament? It's, I don't know if it's still Corinthians or not. I don't know. It goes from old to new, and then Psalms, and then Proverbs. But it's still Paul, one of Paul's books that his letters. Doesn't it seem like we are in the Old Testament not times? Sort of, yeah. Uh, oh, yes, the Chosen shirt. You're right. It was stuffed in my mailbox. I was so glad. I don't even know how he got this big package in there. It was stuffed in there. I should have brought it down. I took it upstairs already. The zipper was sticky, and it's a good zipper, but it was sticky. So I waxed it, and it's fine now. And then I took it upstairs. I should have. It's turquoise. It's the one with the circle with the fish. Yeah, it's the 13 against It's Jesus and his 12 disciples again. That's what this means. It's 13 fish going against the tide, and the other fish are going the other way. It just says the chosen on the front. That's on the back, big circle. But it's a very pretty turquoise. It either came in turquoise or black. And with this dog with all the white hair, I wasn't going to get the black one. So I wanted to get that one first because it's the most expensive one. And now I'm going to go on and maybe buy myself a couple shirts, like t-shirt type things. Yeah, because they have long sleeve ones for winter too. Yes. Yes, I'm so glad that I found it. So that is what I bought that for myself this month. And I told you I got a pair of stretch pants. They didn't come yet. There's some brand I never heard of, but they're advertising them on YouTube all the time or online, and they look really nice and comfy. And so I hope I ordered the right size, that they fit me good and aren't too baggy or too tight around the waist. But hopefully it'll be good. If not, I can just sell it. Not probably what I paid for it, but those were, I think, $29.99. Yeah. In the sweatshirt, I ordered a small because I went by the measurements, and hopefully it won't shrink because it just fits me now. And it's half polyester, half cotton. Did you notice how the light got so bright all of a sudden? It's weird, this lighting on this computer. I'm going to turn this light off again. But yeah, I hope it doesn't shrink. I won't put it in the dryer, my new dryer. I will just when I wash it, whenever that is, I'll just hang it to dry. Or maybe dry it a little bit and then take it out before. I think the shrinkage goes when it actually goes from damp to dry. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, the next video, I didn't know whether to try to fit in my I flunked at gardening video or to do another one of the 40s and 50s video, because I think the next one I'm going to do is what I remember about church. Now, I don't know if many people would watch that, but I don't care. It's what I remember about being brought up in the church and seeing the old movie on Easter. Well, on Good Friday, we would go and see. A couple times they actually showed it at the church, and this was a small church. I'm pretty sure it was King of Kings, an old movie. Now, they only made 2 of those, and one was made in 1927. It was black and white, and you had to read the subtitles. I think that was the one we saw at the church. I think it was in black and white. My sister thinks it was in black and white too. And the next one was made in the 60s. It was colored. a colored movie, and it was, what was his name? That played Jesus. He was a really good-looking guy, and he had really blue eyes, which doesn't go along with how Jesus should have looked. But yeah, but I don't think it was that one. I think it was the black and white one. Uh, but either that or my summers on the farm, out at my uncle's farm. There's so many things I could make, talk about, but I don't know what to do. The time frame of we went that movie was we in that was in the 40s or maybe into the 50s. In the 50s, because I was baptized in that church. All the kids got baptized whether they wanted to or not. That's why I got rebaptized in my church now a few years back. But when you reach 12, no, it wasn't him. No, he's new. He wasn't even alive back then. Uh no, he was the Passion Jesus. No, I saw that too. Yeah, I cried through the whole thing, the movie theater. Uh no, Charlton Heston I don't think he ever played Jesus, did he? He was Moses. Yeah, he was Moses. Mm. Charlton Heston, he played Moses. That was a big time movie. And he parted the Red Sea. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, we saw that too, but this was long before that. This is when we were, young. Maybe not in the 40s, maybe early 50s we saw this, but it was still that old movie, I'm pretty sure. Uh, yeah, Caviezel, he is great. That was a fantastic, moving movie. I took my husband to see that. I'm crying and he's sleeping. This is before he was saved. Uh, that was before he even, let's see, that was before he had found out he had leukemia, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, I made him go with me. Trying to look it up. Donald Sutherland played in 1971. King of Kings? That was the name of the movie. Yeah. I thought there was only two of those made, but maybe I didn't. Jeffrey Hunter, yes. He was the one with the really blue eyes, Jeffrey Hunter. But I'm sure Jesus really didn't look like that. I'm sure he looked like no, I'm not. That just went right out of my head. The name of the actor that's in The Chosen. That's that's probably more what Jesus looked like. Oh yeah. Oh, he was from New Orleans. The Jeffrey Hunter. Yeah, he sure was. Is he still alive? I'm not. Didn't think he was still alive, but maybe. Actors that I had crushes on. Here's something that I'm not going to make a whole video about it, but uh, I think the first poster that went up in my room after I got to that teenage stage or whatever, when I switched from horses to movie stars, uh, was Tab Hunter. Remember him? Tab Hunter. And then when I got older, a little older, I went from Tab Hunter to Marlon Brando. Completely different. I saw the transition of my daughter too. She went from horses to Led Zeppelin posters. Yeah, yeah, that was a sad day. Uh, I never really had any favorite bands back then. I didn't have favorite bands till I was like older and married and, you know, like Bee Gees time. We had a radio in our bedroom. My sister and I, we had a little radio that we would listen to stories on the radio when we were little. Now, the trouble is, I can't remember what the stories we listened to back then. I'll have to look that up because I'm sure if I read about it, it'll come back to me. But yes, I remember putting the stories on and listening on the radio in our room. We also had a radio, of course, out in the living room, but uh, our mother read to us every night. She read Bobbsey Twins to us. So every night we had a chapter of the Bobbsey Twins read to us. I can remember when I was a teenager getting my first own record player, and it was a 45. I got it for Christmas. I think the radio stories that we listened to were probably mysteries at the time. I don't remember them being Western or romantic. We were too young for romantic. And Westerns, I don't think that was TV. We always watched Westerns on the TV. I mean, there was Roy Rogers and Gene Autry and yeah, all those, the one with the mask, Lone Ranger. Yeah, we watched all those because they had horses in them. Well, I did. My sister wasn't much interested in horses, but I was just a kid, and my first movie crush was the actor who played the old Zorro. Who was that? I know the more recent one. I can't. I'm not having a good word day or a good balance day today, so you'll have to excuse me. Your husband has one of the TV show Lone Ranger guns autographed by him who played, what was his name? I'll never think of it today. I'd have to look it up quick. It was his dad's. Wow, that's nice. Mm. Yes, look it up because I'll have all these things to look up when I get off here. Uh, it started with a C. Now see if I'm right. Clayton Moore. See? Yes, Clayton Moore. Uh, Lone Ranger and Tonto. They're funny to listen to now, how they made Tonto talk. Uh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, what was it? The other cowboys. I can't think of any other those three at the moment. Gene Autry. Oh, Gunsmoke. Yeah, that was a little after, but that was pretty. Yeah, yeah. We watched Gunsmoke, but that was later. Roy Rogers for sure. We liked a lot, and Trigger. We never did get over that he had Trigger stuffed. Yeah, Trigger stuffed in a museum, in their museum. Uh, Sally Star. That's not familiar to me. Zorro was Tyrone Power. Oh, and Antonio Banderas, I think, was yeah, he's really handsome. I like him too, but he's short. After my first husband, who was short, I don't know. I had a thing about short guys that I don't know. Anyway, I think he was the later Zorro. I don't think he was the first one. Yeah, okay. Which one, Riri? Tyrone Power, he was probably before your time, Riri. He was probably Antonio. Ah, I bet it was. Yeah. My favorite, these are some of the shows Mr. Bumblebee watches now. The Westerns. My father always liked to read Western paperback books. He would always read Westerns. Riri says, no, I've been around a while. Uh, I don't know. Tyrone Power is going way back then. You know, one of my most favorite movies of all time was Gone with the Wind. I just watched a special on Clark Gable a few weeks back. Mm. You think your dad listened to the Lone Ranger on the radio? Yeah, I'm sure he was on the radio before TV. Hi-Oh Silver. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I can hear that too on the radio. My sister and I, in that little bedroom, we had twin beds that you could change into bunk beds. Sometimes they would make them bunk beds. When we got a little older, uh, we made them, or my father made them into bunk beds, and I always liked the top bunk. Uh, but if you sat up too quick, you hit your head on the ceiling. Your mom talks about the cinnamon bear on the radio at Christmas. I don't, that doesn't sound familiar. I'll have to think back more about radio things. I'll look that all up. See, that's what I do. I get on a niche and then I start researching, and I sit for hours researching things. And pretty soon the whole half day is gone. Oh, that was in 1937. Cinnamon Bear? Well, that was before my time. Just a couple of years. Yeah, I don't remember that. When we were, well, I don't know if it was in the 40s or I think in the 50s. The kids' programs on TV, Howdy Doody. Remember Howdy Doody with Clarabelle the Clown? And what was the guy's name? Yeah, we watched that all the time. There wasn't much to pick from. When TV first went on, you were very limited. There was only one station, and TV was only on for like 12 hours a day, maybe even less than that. Howdy Doody and something Bob. What was his name? Ryland says, plot. The story focused on Judy and Jimmy Barton, who goes to the enchanted world of Maybeland to discover the missing silver star that belongs on their Christmas tree. I never heard that story. It was in black and white. Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. Yes, I remember that. Rebecca, hi. Yes, the puppets. I remember that. One of the few TV shows. It's fun remembering stuff that other people remember, and then it brings back all kinds of memories. My dad would also talk about John and Blanche Bickerson on the radio and would make the cardinal couple in our yard have something conversations. I remember the Bickersons. I think my father and mother listened to the Bickersons. I don't remember listening to it, but I remember the name. Hi, Rebecca. You're usually not in the group. Are you here new? Are you new? Or are you in the background? Hi, glad you came out to say hi. Yes, welcome, welcome. please subscribe and become one of the group here. Yeah. I'm on every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 7:30 just for a chat. Then periodically I do recorded videos, and on Sundays, because I'm a reseller, I sell on eBay and Poshmark, which I didn't even say when I came on today. Oh, you're just quiet. You're in the background. Well, that's okay. You know, my sister, sometimes she's on here, but she doesn't always, unless she has some comment, she doesn't. You never know she's here. Uh, well, I don't know where the thunderstorm went, but it doesn't look stormy out right now. And it was supposed to come in about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we may have missed it, or it may have missed us altogether. He would like voice over the male and female cardinals. Oh, see, I never saw that or heard that. Trying to think of, as far as the radio, I remember the first space movies that were on TV, like a series. Your dad was born in 1926. Okay. And your mom in 34. My parents were born in 1911 and 1912. My mother was born the year the Titanic went down. I think that was in 1912. That's what she always said. Yeah, my dad was 1 year older than my mother. Yeah, well, it's one of my favorite memories of being real little is having my mother read us the Bobbsey twins. In fact, I went on and I found the ones on, I think it was eBay. I ordered, I have two Bobbsey twin books that were just like the ones that she read. I ordered them just to have them and sort of read parts of them. I'll bring them on next time. Riri says her mom was 32 and her dad was 23. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, just think my parents would be over 100 years old. My dad died in his 80 when he was 85 or 86. I'm probably messing that up because I'm not good with dates. Death dates especially. I don't remember them. I don't try to remember them. But I don't know what month or anything. But my mother was 91 or 92. I always thought it was 92, but then my sister said she thought she was 91. I have a tickle in my throat. Well, it's almost time for the cat's insulin. Although I did give it a little late this morning. So it's okay. Uh, I take the cat to get her blood work done, I think on, is it tomorrow? I think tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to take the cat in and get her blood tested. And then just the vet tech's going to draw some blood. I don't have to see the vet. And then Saturday, my new old dryer's coming. I hope there's not a problem with the storm cellar. Hope there's nothing living in there. You know, there's a space sort of protected between the doors that are all broken, and the door that comes into the basement. There's like 5 stone steps coming down. So I hope there's nothing big living in there when I open the cellar door. Because there's a hole in the bottom of the door. Now, I'm sure that's how the chipmunks and squirrels get into my basement. I told you I find nuts and things down there all the time. What is that noise? Oh, good. We have you for another day. Hopefully. What noise? What are you hearing? I don't hear a noise. Oh, a computer ding sound? I'm not hearing it. An occasional, there's a ding. Well, sometimes when I get an email, my phone will make a sound. That's probably what you hear. Because I didn't turn my phone off today. I have a terrible time remembering to turn it back on. Yeah, maybe you're the only one. Maybe it's on your end you're hearing a ding. Yeah, sometimes I don't even notice it hardly anymore. Oh, you think that's people? It's on my computer. I think that's people in the chat. Well, I'm not hearing that though. I'm not hearing it. Oh, if I get a subject, I can think back, and if I'm having a good word day, it's better. Today isn't a good word day. It's a chat noise, but doesn't happen that often. Okay. Yeah, because I was worried I'm not hearing any dings. Uh, so I'm at least selling a few things, but I'm not selling as much as last week so far. Um, but something. Now I have a few things. I have a few things to list left, and then hopefully it won't take too long for that huge thread up box to come. Oh, guitar guy, you hear it too. Well, that's good. I can't hear it here. Hmm. So I'm going to close for now and go medicate my cat, feed her, and give her supper. Oh yeah, please like and subscribe. See, no, you all remember and I never, hardly ever remember. No wonder I don't make any money doing this. Bryland Farm's going to be gone for a week. I'll try to pop in on your phone. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good trip wherever you're going. And I will be back on Sunday at 4 o'clock to talk business. So I will see you all then. Thanks for coming tonight. Bye.